Previously on Blood and Oil. With drilling options running thin, CJ Cutter has resorted to wildcatting on his own land.
I'm drilling in my backyard. It's our time to move. I mean, I'm looking at the window Cutter Oil's got. There's not when and where, it's now.
But midway into drilling, brother Josh told CJ he's taking off for Mexico, causing a rift in the family.
I'm leaving, one way or another. You're gonna be fired forever if you go on this trip.
And while he was gone,
I got good news.
About time.
they found oil, but decided to continue drilling.
We could hit that sea of oil at any moment. We haven't even got to the granite yet, and we found oil.
So we don't really need to go any deeper then.
We're going to the granite.
Hello, you there?
Josh, get your plane flight changed.
Just stay down there.
No.
Now,
What does that mean?
the brothers must find a way to work together.
You're not Cutter Oil. Neither are you. I run Cutter Oil.
If they can't, it could topple all their father created
Your dad would be so proud of you guys to see what you guys have done.
and crush the family's hopes for the future of Cutter Oil.
He better hope he's not partying. What's this? Not the time to around, buddy.
4,000 PSI?
See? You don't know. This is what I think about you.
I don't really see where CJ would go any further.
Be careful. Oh. We can't give up now. We're cutters, and cutters never quit. So far, we've had nice shows in the shallow Clinton Formation. So, I mean, yeah, we could stop, make a well out of it, but why stop now?
CJ Cutter is hoping to unleash a monster oil reserve, believed to exist beneath a layer of granite that no other oil company has ever broken through.
I'm drilling 8,000 foot in my backyard into uncharted territory. No one's done it. If it's too tough for them, it's just right for us.
To do this, he's partnered with a new company who has cutting-edge technology meant to drill through the hard granite.
We got to use this particle bit because that's about the only way you're going to drill the granite. It's hard freaking rock. It's granite. But this bit's kind of like a machine gun going off down there, just blasting that rock. It's the only way you're going to cut that.
Unlike traditional drilling, which grinds the stone with diamond-tipped buttons, particle drilling blasts steel pellets into the stone, breaking it up with more force. But some of the Ohio rig hands are skeptical about this new foreign technology.
Is particle gonna work? Yes, sir, it's gonna work. I told you it's like a hurricane. You ever been in a hurricane? Nothing can stop it. When it comes, nothing can stop it. Here, let me just sit and wait.
For this well to be a success, the two crews must put their differences aside and work together.
We're dealing with a delicate system, I suppose, and they need to get everybody on the same page.
That way a little bit. Oh, what you got? Come back a little bit. Right there. What the f? You got to push on it there, boss. I ain't going to work with a
This is a big operation. We got to work together.
Shake it in for me.
No.
It's gonna work, man. It's what we do. Granite, get us to the granite.
We'll get you the granite.
Get us to the granite.
We'll get you through.
Do yours, we'll do ours.
And now, at a depth of 5,900 feet, the drill derrick begins to shake. They finally reached the granite. It's time to remove the traditional bit and replace it with the particle bit.
Nobody has penetrated the granite like I'm going to. We are going to make history here. That right there is the bit. It's going to be the key that's going to unlock this granite formation. We're looking to drill into the granite 2,000 feet. I don't know what we'll find. We could find a sea of oil down there, or it could be as dry as a popcorn fart. I can't guarantee it. But if I find that oil when I penetrate the granite, it's game on. There's going to be millions of dollars come out of the ground.
But at nearly 6,000 feet below the surface, the crew must remove over a mile of drilling pipe before the new bit can go on.
It's just going to be interesting to see what's in there once it hits it. And who knows, it may be nothing and then boom.
There's only one way to find out.
CJ isn't the only one anxious to drill the granite. Jim Terry, president of Particle Drilling, has also invested his company's money and reputation in this well.
We've never drilled these formations before, so there's always the surprise there. So it's exciting, but a little bit of pucker factor.
We're finally here. I mean, this is the moment of truth. It's going to go in. It's going to go in the ground here in a little bit. We'll be firing up, see what happens. I'm going to give it a good luck rub this time. A little different what I did last time. Go ahead, Gordon.
All right. Who we brought down there, baby?
The Roughnecks consider spitting on the bit to be good luck. But the last time CJ did that, he almost lost the bit. And his partners from Particle Drilling walked out.
You can expect us to quit trying.
Are you kidding me?
No, we don't need it.
Let's go ahead. Put her in the ground.
It's going to work. We're going to get you to the granite.
To achieve the force needed for the steel pellets to break the granite, the particle bit requires 3,000 pounds of water pressure. More than twice the pressure of a conventional bit.
Hold out your hand, Tony.
This increased pressure
This is what you're going to be drilling with.
is making rig foreman Bill nervous.
My biggest concern, Tony, is that we're going to be drilling with 4,000 pounds plus pressure. 200,000 of those are going out of those jets per second. That stuff blows. How far are them little babies going to fly?
Yeah, I agree. Although they said this is a tried method, they have tried it before.
I'm more comfortable with I've done it than somebody said they've done it. I'm not going to destroy a $2 million rig and risk 12 guys' lives to prove something for somebody. If I think we're going to endanger people's lives, we're going to shut this down and figure it out.
If Bill decides his rig is in danger, he can pull out, and that would leave CJ and Particle high and dry.
At first, Particle, they were very skeptical about the drilling rig. And now that Particle has their bit attached to the drill pipe, you have the rig guys skeptical about this Particle drilling. If they don't work together, we can't finish this hole. So it's my job to make sure everybody works together and we can complete this well and I can produce it.
Before starting up the particle bit, the rig will run water and mud through the hose lines at 4,000 pounds of pressure. They'll be pushing the rig's limit, and that can be deadly.
I've never had to make a call to somebody's wife or parents if their kid or husband has been hurt. And I don't want to start now. We're going to do an extremely high pressure test.
When we run this pressure test, we're making sure all the hoses and connections can hold up to the pressure without bursting.
All these kind of pressures we're going to be dealing with higher than normal. Water under pressure will cut steel in minutes. That water gets under your skin under pressure, they'll end up amputating it. All right, want to gather everybody up and have a little safety meeting if we think we got everything ready.
Okay, what we're going to do here is have a pressure test on this new drill bit. So we're going to have up to about 4,000 pounds on these pumps. So everybody's got to stay clear of that.
If anybody sees a leak, do not go try to tighten it up until we know we shut down, we relieve the pressure. If you hit it with a hammer, it will explode and kill you. If it doesn't, I will kill you.
Everybody here has the right to shut this operation down, okay? If you see something wrong, tell somebody and we'll shut her down. Don't anybody touch anything until we know the pressure's off the lines. Okay, any questions? All right.
Clark, you ready to come up?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, we're rolling up on pressure. Here we go. I'm showing 1,000 right there. All right, Jeff.
Okay, we look good. Bring her up to 2. Yeah, we got 2065 here. Okay, we're good there. Let's go up to 3.
So far, so good.
500 more and we'll have it.
When we're drilling with a normal bit, usually we're running about 1,000 pounds. We're going to be running 3,000 with this new particle bit. To test everything, we got to go to 4,000 PSI. So I think that's why Bill's a little nervous, because this is probably the max he's seen on this drilling rig. Hopefully this pressure test can calm his nerves so we can keep drilling forward.
4,000 PSI? 4,000 pounds!
Okay, hold that rate.
Our pressure's looking good at 4,200. We're good.
Test passed. Rig held up, pump held up, we did good.
Oh, yeah, we're in good shape.
There's nothing holding us back now. We'll be on our way to bottom shortly.
Okay, we got a good test. Just back it offline.
Pressure test went great. We held 4,000 pounds, no leaks, nowhere.
Now that the rig has proven worthy of handling the power of the particle bit, the team's poised to make history and cut through the granite.
We need this well to hit big. Our older wells are not going to last forever, which means our production company dies.
When they first invented the wheel, they said, there we are, the wheel. You know, somebody else, I'm sure, said, what are you going to do with it? Well, let's put it on that cart, see what that'll do. I say, you know, they got automobiles and carts and new way of doing things. This could be a new way here. You may be able to tell your grandchildren, oh, yeah, I did that. I was the first one to ever do that.
I mean, I've been thinking a lot about this granite. I'm obsessed by it. We're 6,000 foot down there. We're just to the top of it, and we're not stopping now. We're going to keep going. I've been dreaming about it. I've actually been thinking about swimming in pools of oil.
Along with the well CJ is spearheading in his backyard, he must also maintain the existing wells that his father drilled before passing.
Running a family business, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of hard work. You know, I'm worrying about all the existing wells. I got all Dad's stuff.
These wells are connected by a vast network of pipelines Chuck Cutter created. These underground lines are linked to a compressor, which extracts gas from the wells so the oil can be pumped.
The compressor is the heartbeat of the company. Without it, oil doesn't flow, and oil is our lifeblood.
It's CJ's job to make sure the entire system is running smoothly.
Unbelievable. The compressor is down. When it goes down, it sends me something. Without that compressor, I can't get that crude oil. This is serious.
CJ is determined to get the compressor up and running as soon as possible. If they find oil in the granite, they'll need that compressor. But to fix it, CJ will need as much help as possible.
My dad built this compressor himself. He didn't leave no instruction manual for me to figure this out. I can't call him and say, hey, what do you think of this? So, I mean, I think this is a test, you know, and I think little things like this is him testing me. How far can he push me until I crack? I can tell him right now, this is not going to put me down. I'm a little tougher than that.
He's expecting Josh to meet him there to help troubleshoot the problem.
Go figure. That Josh. That son of a gun. I told him to be here. He's out of excuses. That kid is going to pay. So, I mean, I need help. I can't get all this turned on. It takes a couple people.
With Josh AWOL, CJ hired local mechanics to help start the compressor.
All right, let's crank her over and see what she's doing.
You ready?
The engine that powers the compressor won't fire.
Go ahead and hit it again, CJ.
Even they can't get it started.
My dad installed this compressor himself, and nobody really knows exactly how it works. And right now, I can't go ask him, so I have to figure it out. Is that sunshine? Got you something. You're gonna need this for your energy.
What are you even talking about?
Because you're gonna be taking over. You need to feel what I have to deal with every day. You know how to do all that? You know how to turn that on?
No, I don't know how to turn
See?
that on.
You don't know. You might want to start coming out where you can learn a few things.
Keep running your mouth, because you don't even know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about. That's why you're going to handle all this.
You're not even around enough to know what the you're talking about.
Oh, I'm not around enough. I believe I put way more hours in a day than you do.
Oh, please.
You know what you need in your room? You need a thing I can call with my phone. As soon as your phone rings or I hit that, dumps 55-gallon drum of water right on your
I never up then.
Because it'd be worth it.
Start making it. You could probably get a good patent on it.
You're taking everything over. All of it. Compressors down, the wells are down. You can handle all the compressors up north. It's your baby. Think you know everything all the other time.
I never said I knew everything. Why do
Maybe you can just drive around all day.
You just want to think. Let's put this on your head. I don't know everything. How many times?
Let me write that down. Let me put that in my
Make
notes
a mental
here.
note, because I've told you how many times that I don't know everything.
Around trying to get here. Probably took an hour's shower.
No, I didn't.
Probably were out of hot water.
No.
You need to start getting out here a little more and paying attention.
I'm out here.
Yeah, here's a couple extra muffins for you. He needs to step up, get in the real world, and quit worrying about when's his next party or anything like that. I'm not always going to be here. You know, he's the next in line. I hope he'll be able to take those reins and run with it. Right now, not a chance in hell.
Can't even stand him. He can have his muffins. CJ just left me at the compressor to fix it. I don't know anything about that thing.
Josh and the mechanics cannot start the compressor. For now, Cutter Oil remains at a standstill until they can fix it.
CJ's really pushed me to get to where he's at, but I don't want to be where he's at. I just wish he would back off and just let me do my own thing.
Still no answer. I'm calling Josh, and I'm getting a little pissed off that he's not answering his phone. He's probably having a party or having a couple cold ones. And if he is, I'll be the party pooper of that party. Guarantee it. He better hope he's not partying.
My brother couldn't make it tonight, so this is him. This is CJ. We're gonna have a good time without him. Just pretend he's here, this is him. CJ! one time.
Here's the CJ. Hey, CJ, I'll be there in the morning, right?
Yeah, 4 a.m.
Yeah,
What the is this?
Hi, CJ.
Shut up. What the is this?
Dude, I'm relaxing a little bit.
Relaxing?
Yes, I'm relaxing.
I'm glad those guys are having a good time.
Hey.
Yeah, you.
I'm having a great time.
Not the time to around, buddy. That table over there, anybody that drove here tonight better get their keys on that table. No one is leaving here tonight. I'm taking everybody's keys. I'll leave my cell phone number, and you can call me, and I'll give them in the morning. Start putting your keys on that table right now. You better have your ass up and be ready in the morning. You're unbelievable.
Dude, I don't know what you're worried about.
I'll be back at 6 in the morning to get up and working.
Dude, don't worry about it, man. This is having a time.
You better be there at 6 in the morning or there's gonna be hell to pay.
That CJ is way cooler than the last one that just walked in. He's better than the real one. He doesn't say back. This is what I think about you.
The next morning, particle drilling appears to be living up to its promise as it continues to slowly blast through the granite.
With that particle bit turning to the right, I have to get this compressor fixed pronto. But I have a little family business to attend to, and it has to do with my brother Josh. Should have your hard hat on.
Dude, why are you driving so crazy?
I got a surprise for you. Josh probably just thinks I'm taking him out here to be an but I'm just taking him out here to make a man out of him. I told you, you have to be up, working in the morning, not drag. So you're gonna drill your own well here. You're gonna start digging by hand. This is not me being a bad guy. I'm just concerned about him. He's a mess. And at some point, he's got to wake up and say, you know what, this is not worth it. When I come back, this hole better be dug. My dad was tough on me growing up. And now, I think Josh needs a little tough love. He needs to know how serious this is. This is our dad's legacy and our future. And him out throwing these late night parties, this does not sit well with me.
Man, I do feel like...
Hey, that's not a leaning post. Start digging. I still have that broken compressor to deal with, so I got my cousin Blair coming down here to keep an eye on Josh and crack the whip, because I have to go fix that compressor so our family can get back making money.
I thought you were leaving.
No, I got your supervisor here. Now I can leave.
Oh, Blair's supervisor? Yeah. All right, Josh. I'm in charge. Keep digging. How's your gut feel? Pretty good?
Actually, it feels pretty bad right now.
Yeah, when are you gonna learn? They're gonna keep making beer. You didn't have to try to drink it all last night. What are you getting now? Still mud? You're a geologist. Where are we at? You find some fossils? You gonna yak? Come on, Pukey. What do we got there? You're not gonna make me squeamish. Come on, let's see it. Oh, nice. I think I drank all the beer in Congress Township last night.
Back at the compressor, CJ can't afford to waste time troubleshooting their broken engine. He's had a new one shipped in, but installing it is no easy task.
That motor is about $50,000. There's no guarantees it's gonna work, but I have to put it in. Every day a well's down, you never make that up. You miss that day, you miss that money. It's a real punch in the mouth. Hey, am I gonna hit up there? Up here!
We're close.
This is a very delicate process, and I can't drop it. Because if I drop it, we might as well just shut her down and call her quits. Probably weighs 3,000 or 4,000 pounds, I'd guess. If this fell on you, you'd be dead.
All right, stop there. All right, all the way down.
We got it in place, and now we got to hustle to get it hooked up so I can get her fired up yet today and start making money.
All right, let's try it again. Do it again. Interesting.
We're not big oil. We don't have a team of engineers and all the latest and greatest technology and gizmos. And sometimes it's a crapshoot.
All right.
You ready? Go ahead.
It feels really good. This compressor's finally up and running. It's a relief off my shoulders. I mean, I got a lot on my plate. And with this up and running, it's one less thing. And I'm sure the way my life goes, I put out one fire and 2 more start.
With the compressor finally up and running, each well must now be individually restarted so the oil can flow.
I'm gonna go find Josh. We're gonna get these pump jacks up and running. Looks like you're getting pretty deep there. Have you learned anything today?
Yeah, don't dig a hole on the bottom because it fills with water.
You know I got the compressor on, right? I'm just thinking if we're coming down now, I'm gonna get these pump jacks running.
I don't know why you need me to begin with.
There's lessons to be learned every day.
Well, whatever it is, hopefully we can make it quick because I got plans tonight.
Plans of what?
Doesn't matter. I don't have to tell you what my plans are. I have plans. No, I just need to get down early. We need to finish as fast as possible.
We'll finish as fast as possible.
We got other things to do.
You got plans, I understand. That's fine.
I've never heard you say that's fine before. Usually
I mean, you'll see. I mean, it's fine, Josh. You got plans. I figured that. You'll be able to make it.
Why are you being so nice?
You know why I'm happy? The compressor's back up and running. We get these wells on. We'll be making money. And, you know, why wouldn't I be happy? You're going out tonight. I know you care about the compressor as much as I do, and that's why you're in a good mood, too. Have you done any stretching or anything today?
Stretching for what?
I mean, you know, if you're working out here, this physical work, you got to stretch. I mean, almost like a yoga class.
Why would I stretch?
I just don't want you to pull a muscle or anything. You and I are personally going to turn these on, make sure everything's up and running. I'll hop out and fire her up. And make sure it's pumping up and the needle's bouncing. Pumping up?
It's good. Cutter Oil is back in business. Back at the rig, the particle bit continues to inch through the granite.
What's he doing now? He's coming off bottom again.
I've got a problem.
Get stall out? Well, that's not good.
The bit is stalled and crew members from Particle have found something strange in the cuttings.
Yeah. What's the plus?
Is that what we're jetting out.
That's rubber from something.
I don't know where it came from, but it would be high alert.
It appears to be fragments of rubber hose lining being forced through the drill bit, causing it to clog.
We keep getting little shards, little long pieces, just big enough to plug a jet in our bit. The one thing about drilling is you can't drill with a plug drill bit, so.
Drilling once again comes to a halt.
We'll be tearing all of our hoses apart to see if we can locate the source of this problem.
If Particle thinks Cutter's faulty rig hoses are to blame, they could walk out on this job and dash CJ's hopes of cracking open the mother lode.
They could pack up and head back to Texas. They did it before. They did it on my sister's well.
The Cutters are finally into the granite, on a hunt for an untapped oil reserve that CJ believes could give them a strong hold in the oil business. But now the entire effort could be toast. The particle bit needed to penetrate the granite is clogged with pieces of rubber. And if the guys from Particle think it's due to faulty hoses, they reserve the right to pack up, go home, and leave Cutter oil to wither on the vine.
Happens on a rig. But I'm hoping my rig hands can handle things when they get tough, because Big Brother is watching, and Big Brother is wearing blue hard hats, and that's particle drilling.
One of the hoses has come apart inside. They're wanting to check all of them to see if they're all still sound. We may be down for a day or two trying to find which one it is. If we don't find it, we'll have to come up with a solution. And if not knowing where it's at, they may have to replace all the hoses. This is costing them time and money. So we need to find it and eliminate the problem as fast as possible.
They start by removing the 30-foot-long, 4-inch diameter section called the Kelly hose. But taking it down is no easy task.
Yeah, it'll be dangerous. Rick will actually have to climb top of the derrick and suspend himself in air, knock it loose up there with a sledgehammer.
One of them wrenches should fall and go right through you. There ain't a helmet thick enough to stop one of them.
When you're suspended 60 feet in the air and you can't use your hands to hold on, it's pretty hard to swing that hammer he's got in his hands right now. You know, he's always got the idea that he might fall.
There he goes, you got her.
All right, Rick.
As Rick climbs down the derrick,
Down winch!
the Roughnecks lay out the hose for inspection.
How'd you do up there?
Tired.
Tired?
Yeah.
A lot of swinging.
Oh, yeah, tight. Get tight.
Using a video camera and a TV monitor, they begin searching for the tear in the hose. The crew hopes this is the culprit, but if it's not, they could be searching for days.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I think you went by some already.
Back up a little bit, Jared.
Oh. It looks like a sardine can, doesn't it? You go in a little. Little more. Good. That's pretty conclusive.
We've identified the source. We've got a new Kelly hose on the way from Pittsburgh. It'll be here today. About that time, we'll be out of the hole and have a look at the bit and try again.
But until it gets there, the drill site remains at a standstill. Half a day and over 6,000 feet of pipe later, the clogged particle bit is finally back to the surface.
We're going to have to find the piece of rubber inside of it. Let's break it off.
If the Kelly hose was getting rubber in there, yeah, it'd plug a regular bit too. So, I mean, if it plugs a bit, I mean, it stinks because you can't drill nothing with it.
There it is, right there, is it? Nope, it's just mine. Okay, what we got to do is set it in that bucket and hit it with the pressure washer. Now go down in it. All right, that's good. Nothing there. So we don't know what it was plugged with. Bit looks good, was drilling great. We don't plug it again, we'll see the bottom of the granite. Let's make this bit up and go in the hole.
As they wrap up their investigation, the new Kelly hose arrives.
We try to keep it clean, but if the system's, part of it's breaking down, you can't control that. You just have to replace it. Nothing's easy. Nothing's easy.
We pulled the bit up and checked it for debris. I expected to find some rubber, didn't. So we're going to go back in with the same bit. The real deal is the new Kelly hose going to shed any more junk in the hole? In this business, there are no guarantees. This is just part of the process.
After a costly 24-hour delay, the rig has a new Kelly hose. The particle bit passes the 6,000-foot mark on its way to a target depth of 8,000 feet.
The particle bit turning to the right is music to my ears. That means my dad's legacy, cutter oil will survive.
We're drilling approximately 10 minutes to every 6 feet. We figured that the cuttings would be more like sand particles because they are being jetted by them BBs, but they're coming out in chunks like this, which is surprising to all of us. We wasn't expecting anything like that. That's telling us what they're doing is working better than what we anticipated, actually.
Come on, guys. Pressure keeps falling off. Pressure keeps falling off, that slows the injection down. Throws everything off.
Started losing pressure. Right in here, it went from 3,400 pounds down to around 1,200 pounds. And I said, there's something seriously wrong here. So we're thinking maybe the bit had washed out. If it started to crack anywhere, it would gradually open up and your pressure would start coming down like it did in our case here. And if the bit has been washed out, I don't really see where CJ would go any further.
The cutters have teamed up with particle drilling to penetrate a layer of granite over a mile beneath the Earth's surface in search of a massive oil reserve. But the granite has put up a serious fight, and now, after several setbacks, the crew has discovered a dramatic loss of pressure on the rig.
Come on, guys.
Right in here, it went from 3,400 pounds down to around 1,200 pounds. And I said, there's something seriously wrong here.
A loss of pressure could mean big trouble for the particle bit, which is so critical to this effort.
So we're thinking maybe the bit had washed out.
A washout is where a weak spot in the bit starts to fracture, and the high water pressure surges through the crack and cuts a hole in the steel.
We're carrying a tremendous amount of pressure through jets smaller than your little finger. If it started to crack anywhere, it would gradually open up and your pressure would start coming down like it did in our case here. And if the bit has been washed out, I don't really see where CJ would go any further.
We checked everything on surface. There's nothing evident on surface to account for that loss of pressure, so we have to believe that there's a problem downhole.
The only way to find out what's wrong is to stop the drilling and spend the next 10 to 12 hours pulling over 6,000 feet of pipe out of the ground, one 30-foot section at a time.
First thing this morning, I thought it was all right. Everything was going all right. We were drilling actually a hell of a lot faster than I thought we'd drill. And now, drill for what, 5 hours and have to strip out of, It's not worth it.
You know, everybody's concerned about new technology and the things that they don't know because they haven't had any experience with it. So yeah, we deal with you know, concerns, the result of doing something different all the time.
By nightfall, it's the moment of truth.
See what the bit looks like here in a second. Let's get something over that hole.
Big hole inside of it.
Number 2 west line.
Holy. Wow. I don't know what blew that out. That's crazy. The port here could have got plugged and the shot had to come out. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, that's a $50,000 bit, and it's ruined right now. It's junk. When I saw that particle bit, I wanted to throw up.
Well, you're running all that BBs down through there and all the pressure. Just got to go to the weakest point. Apparently, that was the weakest point. If I was CJ, I would cut my losses right now.
I've been dreaming about that sea of oil my whole life. And we're knocking on that door right now. We can't give up now. We're cutters, and cutters never quit.
On the season finale of Blood and Oil, the cutters will go round 2 with the granite.
You feel that? That right there is Mother Nature bucking back.
Putting their faith in a second drill bit.
This will be the new drill bit. Same as the other one.
On a quest to make history.
If it works and we can drill it, I mean, you're going to penetrate a rock that you've never been able to penetrate.
And unearth a massive oil reserve never before seen.
I doubt everything until I see it work. It's going to work. We're going to drill the out of this hole.
But they face unrelenting challenges.
The formation above us is starting to cave in on top of it. That's our worst scenario.
And in the midst of all that, the unthinkable.
It's an offer. It's an offer to sell Cutter Oil.
All our hard work.
You know what it's like day to day in here. And I don't know if I can do it.
If we break into that sea of oil, there's no way my family will sell. But if it fails, I don't know what they're going to do.
The family's decision hinges on one thing, this well.
Mom, I see you holding that contract in your hand, and I just want to throw up. But if this well doesn't produce, I think our only option is to sign our cutter name on that contract.
Will they find oil in CJ's backyard, or will they sell?